Good morning and welcome to Caravan Escapades. Hope everybody's keeping safe and well. Well, it's 2 or 3 days before Christmas. I think, what is it, 21st of December, 21st? No, it's actually 22nd of December. So it's 22nd December 2024. And we're going to go and get the caravan, bring it home so we can prep, so we can go away to our site in Dorset just after Christmas. Main problem with that is I'm going to bring it home. I've got to move and shift all these 3 cars because this is where we normally put the caravan. In itself, not normally a problem. However, the beast, I've got problems with a clutch, so it's not drivable. What we normally do is take that down, stick it in the storage spot, and then bring the caravan back. So what we're going to have to do is basically tow it with a Merc, tow the beast down there, back it in, all that sort of stuff. So it's going to be a little bit of a faff, but we'll get that done anyway. The great thing about our storage facility is it is literally just over there. It's less than a mile away. There is a back road we can take, so it's really, really handy, really, really useful. It's full Casa Gold security anyway. So let me start shifting things around and we'll head over there. So I've moved the cars around ready to tow the Disco. Now I've managed to move it forward a little bit. It's one of those things, if you put it into gear and then start it, you can kind of get it to bounce forward a little bit. It is just the clutch that's the issue. Tow ropes on, or towing straps on, ready to go. So we'll get sorted. I'll get Claire to hitch up and she can tow me to storage. Shit. So after breakfast at the pub, she's back. So we got the caravan back. So that's where all the cars were before. We've towed the Land Rover down to storage and we'll leave that till we drop the caravan back. So she's here, heating's on, getting warmed up, and we should start to get her packed and prepped, ready to go away. So another little job that I'm trying to sort out before we go away is the air awning, the Lagera port awning. I don't know whether you can remember, but we do seem to have a slow leak on it, which is slightly annoying. It seems to go down over about 12 hours. So what I've done, once again, taken the bladder out, pumped it up. We'll see how we get on with that. The awning's there in the middle of the front room just before Christmas, but I'll fill the bath up and I'll get that in the bath and see if we can find the leak. Hopefully we can, and I don't have to keep pumping it up while we're away. So I put the bladder up last night. I've had to bring it upstairs. It is still got a slow leak, or it is still leaking, it does have a slow leak. So what's my next challenge is to try and feed it through the bath. So I'm filling the bath up. Well, let's see what we can find. So the problem I'm going to have with this is trying to feed it all in and out of the small bathroom. I'm going to start with this end here. This is the end that with the valve on, that sort of stuff. And let's see if we can get this. Maybe not quite enough water yet, but straight away there's a leak. I don't know whether you guys can see that, and it's difficult for me to get hold of the camera and try and turn it round just to show you, because I've got to hold it underneath. So basically the water is leaking from here. Now water. Sorry, so basically the air is leaking from here. Now I have tightened this up as hard as I can go. I've also put some PTFE tape on that. Yeah, you can see the water coming out. Let me turn this tap off. Let me try with two hands to see if or one hand, see if I can show you that. Can you see that? Can you see the bubbles leaking out of there? So I think that is definitely where the problem lies. What I'm going to do about it, I don't know, because I have put PTFE tape in there. I've tightened as tight as I can go. My only other thought is maybe I try and put some plastic weld in there, because it's not this bit that's leaking, it's the bit behind, because you take that off and it lets the air out, so it's basically disconnecting the one-way valve, and we still have a valve at the other end, so we should in theory be able to still let it come up and down. But it is blinking annoying. It's actually not a puncture as such, it's a dodgy valve. Where it's on there and see if there's anything leaking from there. No, this one's pretty. Oh, I think that was just a bit of air in there anyway. Oh, should I use warm water? This water's freezing. No leaks from there. So on a bit of closer inspection, obviously here's the valve. I put the PTFE tape on it earlier on, and here's the receptacle here. Don't know how well you can see that. One thing that seems to be missing, to be fair, is an O-ring. Oh, the wrong side. Is an O-ring. There doesn't seem to be, or is there an O-ring there? I'm not sure. Let me investigate and I'll let you know. So just having a quick look, there is like a soft rubbery bit, but it's more like a foam thing. It's not like an O-ring. And I just wonder whether there needs to be an O-ring where these two join up together. Maybe that's what I need to get hold of. Right, so I've been out to B&Q and I've bought an O-ring set. There's various different sizes here. You can see, oh, there's drop one there. Various different sizes here. Now I have got one of these boxes with all sorts of different size O-rings somewhere. It's in the shed. There's too much stuff in the shed. I can't find it. So there are a couple of different sizes here. There's one there which just kind of fits on like that, but I fear that may be a little bit too tight. There is a slightly bigger one which kind of just fits down. Is it that one? Slightly bigger. And then there's more that literally just fit like that. So I'm going to try that one first. Let's screw this in and see. You know what I'm going to do as well is actually put PTFE tape on the threads as well. So as you can see, I've given it a good dose of PTFE tape. Is that what we call it? A dose, but there's a good application of PTFE tape on there. So we'll pick this up again and then we'll tighten that down, and then we'll see how well. Is that O-ring grabbing? And I'll tighten this down and then we'll see how we get on. So I've fitted that O-ring in there. Maybe you can just see it in the middle there. I don't know how well you can see that. So that, as well as the PTFE tape, is creating a seal between that and that, which is where it looked like the water's leaking. The only other thing I can think that this plastic is cracked somewhere, or the thread's cracked somewhere. But I'm going to pump it up, leave it overnight, and then let's see how we get on. So she's all blown up along the floor, off to the corner there. Let's see how we get on. So I've come back out in the caravan, which is a great thing about having it here on the drive. We brought it back and the heating's been on since yesterday, so it's all nice and toasty, ready for us to start packing up and heading off to Dorset. Anyway, hopefully that repair that I've just done, or repair, can you call it repair, adding a seal, what might be a missing seal, will help out with that bladder for the air awning. If not, I am going to have to go and get a new air bladder, because I've tried everything else, and I do wonder whether it's a bit of a crack in that actual valve system there. Anyway, but time will tell, and I'll keep you guys updated. Anyway, this is probably a good opportunity just to kind of review our last year of caravanning, or our last year of vlogging. It's been an exciting year for us, particularly with getting the new caravan back in, gosh, I can't even remember when that was, March, April time, and the adventures that we've had in the caravan. We've obviously focused this year quite heavily on CLs and been away in a lot of CLs and had some great times in CLs. And then there was our main holiday to France. Yeah, fantastic as always. We absolutely love and adore France. So that was really, really good, and hopefully you guys watched the vlogs on that. I guess this is time to maybe ask you guys, are there any particular vlogs you want us to do next year? I know I've been asked a couple of times, and I will do it. I was going to do it a few weeks ago, but feeling pretty rough, I didn't bother in the end. And that is our tips and tricks on when you're caravanning in France. So I will put that together for you guys early in the new year. But are there any other vlogs you guys want us to do? Any tips and tricks, sharing advice, Q&As, all those sorts of stuff? Write in the comments down below, and we'll be happy to look at doing those for you. So what does next year bring? We haven't got anywhere booked yet, so why don't you guys make some suggestions for us for sites? We're not even sure what we're going to do about our main summer holiday. As much as we love France, and as much as we enjoy going to France, we are like, shall we try something different? Or actually, it's quite a few years since we spent the summer here in the UK in the caravan. The reason we go to France and the reason we go abroad is to get the weather. You know, you guys know what it can be like, but you know, sometimes you can't beat holidays here in the UK when the weather's right. So what are we going to do? We're not sure about that. I think we are going to focus, or continue our focus, on CLs. We certainly do enjoy those CLs, and we can share those CLs with you. Tell me what your main sites are. We are going to remain members of the Caravan and Motorhome Club, as well as the Caravan and Camping Club. We find those memberships useful for various reasons. First of all, for access to their CS and CL sites, but for many other reasons, for some of the discounts we can get and that sort of thing. Are you guys sticking with your memberships? Are you going to cancel your memberships? Why don't you let us know? And I was just thinking back, actually, just to kind of round up and wrap everything up. We've had some great times. We've met loads of you throughout the year, particularly at the NEC Caravan Show, both back in February last year, both back in February this year and October this year. It's always nice to meet you guys. We had the festival as well, didn't we? We went to the Torchlight Festival, the Camping and Caravanning Club Torchlight Festival, which was a great event. And again, we met loads of you guys there as well. So if you do see us about next year, please stop, say hi, shake our hands, have a chat with us. It's always great to meet you guys. So just jumping back, what are we going to do next year? I honestly don't know. I really, really don't know. The only thing I do know, and the only thing that at the moment I'm kind of 99% certain of, is that we're going to have an upgrade done on the caravan. We're having that done January time. I'm not telling you what it is yet. Can you guess what this upgrade is? Obviously, once we get the upgrade done, or during the upgrade, I will share that with you. But, you know, let me know if you think you know what the upgrade is. It is something that we've wanted for a while. We do think it'll make our lives a bit easier. Is it an extravagance? Maybe, maybe not. But we will keep you updated on that. But if you can guess what that is, why don't you put it in the comments down below? What else have we got to tell you? Not a lot really, apart from saying thank you so much to each and every one of you, particularly those of you that subscribe and those of you that like our videos. Your support really makes this worthwhile. I'm sure you guys are aware it isn't just about sitting in front of the camera, talking to the camera and sticking it out on YouTube. There's a lot goes behind it. It also ends up being part of our holidays and those sorts of things as well. So it is a big commitment. So your commitment to us is very much appreciated. Hopefully you'll stick with us through the following year, through 2025, and follow our adventures as they develop, whether it be caravanning here in the UK, caravanning overseas somewhere, or just sharing our tips and tricks and those sorts of things with you. Anyway, I'm going to leave it there, but it just leaves me to say from myself, Claire and Darcy May, we wish you a Merry Christmas and a happy and prosperous New Year. Thank you very much, and we'll see you very soon.